Hello, everyone. Welcome once again to another episode of Natural Healing with Essential Oils. Again, we have our beautiful mentor, Sandy Wells, who's going to tell us about the oil.
Cinnamon bark today. Oh
Hmm.
my. How
Oh,
many of you how many of you don't love cinnamon? Cinnamon always brings to mind for me a holiday smell. You smell the cinnamon and the orange and the different things that are traditionally associated with things like Christmas or Thanksgiving. However, I'm going to tell you that cinnamon bark is a great all year long use oil. And why? Why would I use cinnamon oil? Well, one thing is it's great for stabilizing blood sugar. Those that have maybe prediabetes or things like that, you might want to look at cinnamon oil. I
yeah.
have several of my clients who actually just put a drop or two of that in their oatmeal or whatever it is in the morning or a smoothie. And that's something that kind of helps their blood sugar the whole day long. Now,
Mm,
you can take it more often as needed. Cinnamon is an oil that you can use topically, aromatically, and internally. Topically, I will say it's a warming oil,
mhm,
which means be careful of sensitive areas. I mean,
mhm,
it can help boost low libido, but
mhm.
I think I would take it internally for that rather than applying it in certain areas. So that would be my take.
We won't talk about what those certain areas are.
No, not today, not today. But cinnamon has also been known to help with viruses and other bugs.
Mhm.
Taking that internally, great for that. I know some of my Amish friends love to use that in part of their parasite cleanse. So
Hmm.
things like that that are really awesome. I've even heard of people using it for diverticulitis. So
Wow.
craziness, right?
Nice.
So many good things. Cholesterol buster. You you should just maybe think about exploring some cinnamon bark, besides the fact that it smells wonderful and
Hmm.
it's very uplifting. It's got a sharp scent.
Hmm.
So, one of the things I learned about cinnamon was that when I looked in my spice cupboard and I have cinnamon,
Uh-huh.
it's generally not cinnamon, that it's generally cassia because cassia is much less expensive and
Ah.
easier to come by. Real cinnamon is hard to come by, just like real vanilla is not out there. So that was something I thought about that, I didn't know that.
Well, I know that we have at least two of the cinnamon oils. I know we have the cassia oil and we also have the cinnamon bark oil. So what is the difference? Because I have both of the ones from doTERRA. So what is
Mhm.
the difference between the cassia and the cinnamon bark?
So the cinnamon bark is much more powerful.
Mm.
The cassia is a little more sweet. I
Ah,
have a daughter who loves the cassia in her water. She swears by that for the sweet cravings.
yes.
But the cinnamon bark does a little more as far as medicinally than what the cassia does.
Okay.
It's it's just a little more of a powerhouse, and it is a little pricier,
Mm-hmm.
and it's harder to come by, as I say. One of the things that, I don't know if everybody knows this, but pretty much every oil has an emotional aspect to it.
Hmm.
And in this one, the cinnamon bark oil helps you go from denied to receptive. And I think, that's an interesting quality. So
Well, that's one
fun
thing that I
stuff.
would love to piggyback off of, that many people don't realize that cinnamon is one of those oils that makes you feel more loving. And as you said, going from quote unquote denying or pushing or rejecting into the zone of being receptive and more loving and nurturing and things of that nature. So, interestingly enough, we're recording this during the month of February. And for those of us who are in the United States, we tend to associate February with Valentine's Day, quote unquote, the month of love. If you are looking for a little bit more pizzazz and sweetness in the bedroom, consider cinnamon, using it in your diffuser during those wonderful special moments or before what you want to have as those special moments. Also, using it with a carrier oil such as coconut oil, to put on your body, a whole body, not in that wonderful, precious area, of course, but on the other areas of your body. Or, dab a little bit of the cinnamon behind the ears, okay? And enjoy the sweetness of romance.
Totally.
So, any last words, Sandy, for our cinnamon lovers? because I just love cinnamon in everything I do.
Yeah, it's just great. It's a great addition to a lot of things. And I actually use it a lot in perfumes because it has a lot of staying power with its chemical properties. So
Yeah,
it'll go in some of my perfume blends. Just a drop is enough. So
exactly. Very
exotic,
powerful stuff.
fun, spicy.
Mm. So, ladies and gents, be sure to subscribe, ring the notification bell, and give us some comments. Let us know some feedback. What has been your experience with cinnamon? We want to hear and learn more. Until next time, peace and blessings.